Hey, hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to show you how can you make a wireless display using ESP32 and 16:2 LCD display, in which you can print any text in the LCD by using your phone and computer. And for making of this wireless display system, we don't require any internet or Wi-Fi connection. Here we are hosting a web page on our phone or laptop by using the access point of ESP32. In this wireless display system, you will get lots of features. The first one is web interface for entering the text. You will get a web page where you can enter any text that you want to display on the LCD. The second one is auto scrolling for long text. If you enter a bigger text, then in that case the text will start scrolling to display the complete sentence. The third one is persistent storage, in which we write and store the last entered text and SSID and password of access point in the non-volatile memory of ESP32, that is the flash memory of ESP32, irrespective of the power cut and reboot. The fourth one is custom Wi-Fi setting page, in which we can easily change the Wi-Fi credentials, that is SSID and password of our access point. So flash the code once, and in future if you want to change the SSID and password of access point, you can change it easily from the web page. And the fifth one is basic authentication for security, in which first you need to authenticate yourself by predefined user ID and password. Then you will be able to change the SSID and password of the access point, otherwise you won't. With all these features, this wireless display system will become a very useful project. And for making of this wireless display system, here I am using 16:2 LCD display and ESP32 with Type-C port. Before we move ahead, let me quickly introduce you a fantastic addition to this project, my custom designed ESP32 board with a Type-C connector. This board was specifically designed to make prototyping easier and more reliable, and I had it manufactured using the JLCPCB PCB assembly services. For those of you who don't know, JLCPCB is one of the best platforms for getting high quality PCBs at an affordable price. They offer PCB fabrication starting at just $2 for 1 to 4 layer boards. PCB assembly services where you can directly upload your BOM and CPL files and they will handle the rest. JLCPCB also offers multicolor silk screen PCBs, flex PCBs, even 3D printing services for your project's needs. And ordering PC from JLCPCB is very easy. Just you need to upload the Gerber file of your PCB, select the quantity, select the color masking, and after that click on save to cart to complete your order. And here if you select the fastest shipping method, you will get your PCB delivered to your desired location within a week. I received a perfectly assembled and tested board. If you are looking to take your projects to the next level, I highly recommend trying out JLCPCB, and as a bonus, new user can get a coupon for their first order, so don't miss out. Here we completed the hardware part. Now let's move to the code. This is the code for our wireless display system. Let me explain this code for you. Here we included some necessary libraries. This wire.h, which is used for communication with the LCD using I2C module, and this liquid crystal I2C.h, which is used for printing any text in the LCD. Then this Wi-Fi.h, which is used for enabling the Wi-Fi capabilities of ESP32. Then this web server.h, which we use to host the web server in ESP32. Then this preferences.h, which is responsible for reading, writing any text and data in the non-volatile memory of ESP32, that is the flash memory of ESP32. Then here we created some object, this first LCD, where we initialize the address and dimension of the LCD. Then this preferences, which is used for reading and writing in non-volatile memory of ESP32. Then here SSID and password, these are two variables, which is string type variables, where we put the default Wi-Fi credentials for the access point. Then these two variable, admin user and admin pass, where we store the user ID, that is admin, and the password ESP32 pass. You can give any user ID and password, and this user ID and password is used to authenticate while we want to change the Wi-Fi setting in the web page that we host in our ESP32. Then here we started the web server in the port number 18, and this port 80 is a standard port for HTTP. Then where we define some variable. The first one is current text, which is a string type variable in which we store the text that is entered in the web page to display in the LCD. Then this last is called time. This is the variable which store the time for LCD to display the text. And this is the scroll index variable, integer type variable. Then this is scrolling variable, which is a boolean type variable, and this variable is responsible for scrolling pattern in the LCD. Now in the setup part, here is the setup part. Here first we retrieving the SSID and password from the non-volatile memory of ESP32. After retrieving the SSID and password, here we are enabling the access point in the ESP32. Then where we initializes the LCD. Here we also retrieving the current text that is stored in the non-volatile memory of ESP32 using this preferences function. Here we are first clearing the LCD. Then we are making this scroll index to 0 and making this variable true. Then here we are setting the web routers. First one is handle root, second one is handle update, third one is handle setting and handle save. These functions are defined here. This is the HTML code for web page UI. Here this is the web page for Wi-Fi setting page. This is the HTML code for Wi-Fi setting page. After that, this is the handle root function where we load the web page. This is the handle update function where we receiving the text that is entered in the web page and storing the current text variable. After that, we are putting that text in the non-volatile memory of the ESP32 using the preferences function. And after that, we are clearing the LCD, making this scroll index to 0 and making this is scroll function to true. And here we are sending a text that is text updated. Go back in the web page after receiving any text. If we don't receive any text, just we are printing no text provided in the web page. This is the handle setting function where we authenticate the user while he want to change the SSID and password of the access point. First he need to authenticate himself by entering the admin user and admin password. Then he will able to change the SSID and password of the access point. Then we sending setting page. After receiving the SSID and password, we calling the handle save function. This is the part where we authenticate the user when he wants to change the SSID and password of the access point. User will only able to access the change Wi-Fi password page only if he enter the correct username and password. Then he will able to access that page to change the SSID and password of the access point. And after receiving the SSID and password of the new access point, here we are storing the new SSID and password in this new SSID and password variable. After that, we are also saving this SSID and password in the non-volatile memory of ESP32 using this preferences dot put string function. And after that, we are printing a simple text in the web page that is setting saved and rebooting. And after 3 seconds, we are restarting the ESP32. And if user do not enter any new SSID and password, just we are printing SSID and password required. After all these routes, here we starting the server, and in serial monitor we are just printing web server started. Now in the loop section, this server.handle client, this function is responsible for handling the any incoming request from the HTML page, that is web page that we are hosting in our ESP32. After that, if this is scrolling function is true, then we are calling this scroll text function. And in this scroll text function, here it is. If the text value, that is the current text length of the entered text, is less than 16, then we are just simply printing that text on the LCD without any scrolling. First we are setting the cursor, then we are printing the current text value and making this is scroll function to false. And if the length of the entered text is larger than 16, then we are making this is scroll variable true, and we are setting the time for adjusting the scroll speed. This is 500 millisecond, that is half of second. You can change it according to your need. Then we are clearing the LCD and setting the cursor, and then we are simply displaying the current text in the scrolling format. This is the scrolling. So that's all the explanation of this code. Now select the right communication port and right board and then upload the code. Here our code is uploaded successfully. Now open serial monitor. Here our access point is started with SSID ESP32 LCD AP, and the static IP is 192.168.4.1, and the web server started message is here. So let's open this IP address, but first let me connect with this access point. So let me start the screen recording on my phone. So first of all, open Wi-Fi setting of your phone and connect with ESP32_LCD_AP. Enter the password. Now open browser of your phone and enter the IP 192.168.4.1. Here you will get a web page where you can enter any text. That text will be displayed on the LCD. So you can enter any text here. I am entering hello there, and just simply click on this send to LCD. The text will be displayed on the LCD, and you can see text updated. Go back, click on this go back. Now you can enter here any other text that you want, like subscribe creation. So this text is greater than 16 character, so it will scroll on the LCD. Now press again, go back. Parag, come here and record the text displayed on the LCD with your phone. With your phone. Stand here and record this. So as you can see, the scrolling text is visible on the LCD. So let me put any other text. This time I'm going to enter like click on send to LCD. As you can see, instantly the new text is scrolling on the LCD. So click on this go back again, enter any another text here this time. So make sure to subscribe my channel Technolab Creation. You can see new text is now showing on the LCD. So that much of example is enough, I guess. So let me show you how we can change the SSID and password of our access point. For this, just we need to click on this Wi-Fi settings. Now here you need to enter the username and password for this authentication process. Username is admin, pass, click on sign in. Now here you can easily change the SSID and password. So I'm giving new SSID as a, and password is 1234567889. So now our ESP32 is rebooted, and here you can see a new access point is Technolab display. So now we need to again open the Wi-Fi setting of our phone. This time we need to connect with this new SSID, that is Technolab display, and we also need to enter the new password, that is, then click on join. Then again open 192 this 192.168.4.1. sorry, Wi-Fi is not connected. Let me connect it again. Yeah, I got it connected. Now open this link, and here if you again enter any text, that text will instantly displayed on the LCD. So I'm going to enter hello Mr. DJ. So as you can see, hello Mr. DJ is displayed on the LCD, but this time this is not scrolling because this text is smaller than 16 character. So let me show you again by entering a larger text than 16 character. So wait, I click just here. Yeah, this time I'm entering ESP. As you can see, this time the text is scrolling. As you can see, we are able to display any text in the LCD by sending from our phone using a web browser. In the same way, you can send text from your laptop or any device that can able to connect with the access point created by the ESP32. So in this way, this is a very interesting and very useful project. So if you want, you can use this project in your offices, colleges, or anywhere where you want to display any text or anything by sending from your phone. So this could be a very interesting and very useful project for you. In future update, you can add a bigger display to print anything. That is, you can enter a price tag or any notice that you want to display, like in college for a particular day. If there is a holiday or there is any notice that you want to display, you can use this project there. So yeah, that's it in this video. I hope you like this video and learn something new. If you have any question or any queries, please drop down in the comment section below. And one more thing, if you want to purchase this ESP32 with Type-C port, you can purchase it from my website, that is technolobelectronics.com. You will get the link in the description of this video. Yeah, that's it. Bye bye. Have a nice day.